Okay.
I mean, you can see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about the team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboys fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the people who run baseball, they try very hard to ruin it.
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't have a problem saying it to his face.
Oh, I'm from Brooklyn.
Hey, get any...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Talking Baseball with Sal Angioletti. I'm Matt Siriani, joined alongside Carl Maglowski. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. Kevin Wall and Sal Angioletti are not here tonight due to certain things that happen in life. And life hits us sometimes. And we just got to roll with the punches. Right, Carl?
Correct.
All right. Speaking of life and rolling with the punches, we're going to begin the show off on a little bit of a somber note. And this is something that I planned in a certain agenda. As you all know, yesterday, in Uvalde, Texas, 19 children were killed in a very tragic shooting. The gunman was an 18-year-old who went to the school, Robb Elementary School, and he opened fire, killed an adult and 19 other children that were under the age of 10 years old. It's very, very tragic. I did not want to go through this. I got a little emotional about it, and well, I'm fine now. But I just feel like to open up the show, let's just take a moment of silence to commemorate the loss of the kids. Thank you. We got Ming and Chen behind the board, running the show for us. How you doing, Ming?
I'm doing great. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
It's going good. Orioles-Yankees rubber game going on right now.
Yeah.
As we speak, and those pesky Orioles, man, love it. I mean, good luck, Yankees, I guess, but hoping they take this rubber game.
That's good. For you. That's good for you because I'm a little PO'd after the bullpen blew the game last night after Harper hit the go-ahead two-run homer.
Yeah.
Not happy.
Yeah, we're going to get into all that.
I thought he couldn't throw.
Well, apparently he can bat. So, apparently Bryce can bat. If you remember the injury report, it said Bryce can't physically throw a ball, but he can swing. That's why they put him on DH.
And he's a good-looking guy. Like, the guy can do everything. Like, come on. Like, give us guys a chance, man, right? So, sorry. I had to mention that.
It's fine. It's all good. But anyway, we're going to start off the show with something that I think kind of took a lot of people back, but I kind of understand it. Josh Donaldson, and Ming brought this up right before we went on the air. Josh Donaldson was suspended for a game for calling Tim Anderson Jackie. And if you are following, and if you don't know what's going on and what the story is about, Jackie Robinson is the guy who broke the color barrier for Major League Baseball, of course, and probably for all sports. Tim Anderson publicly in an article said that he compares himself to Jackie Robinson. Now, apparently this was a clubhouse thing, and he went public with this. Like, a lot of people know about this already. But what happened was Josh Donaldson took the liberty to go up to Tim Anderson and call him Jackie. And he did not take too kindly to that. And if you watched the game one of the series in the Bronx between the Yankees and the White Sox, Grandal went up to Donaldson and apparently confronted him about it. Anderson got heated, and the bench is cleared. There wasn't a brawl. There was probably some pushing and shoving, but there wasn't a brawl.
Yeah. Wasn't there in that series over the weekend, I know there was people got hit. Abreu was mad.
Yeah.
There was a whole big agenda with the White Sox and the Yankees last weekend. I don't know why they got mad. And then I saw in the previews what you were going to tell with the list of the show. Oh, I didn't know that was. I don't know. I know he got suspended, but I don't know for what. And then by him saying that, that's kind of bad. You know, it's. I don't know why Josh Allen would say something like that. You know, just be quiet and play baseball.
And apparently also Josh Donaldson. This isn't the first time that he's had beef with the White Sox. Apparently, when he was with the Twins, he also started some problems. That's the thing with Josh Donaldson. Like, he's a little bit of a head case. Like, he'll start some problems, he'll cause some drama, but at the end of the day, he's a good ball player. And he did serve the 1-game suspension. I don't know when he'll be back, but yo, what's up? I'm looking at the comment section at the same time. Who was that? Hey, how you doing?
That's all right, no problem, Sal. We'll see you next week, brother.
We'll see you next week, Sal. Of course. So Josh Donaldson comes off a little bit of an arrogant guy, and if you want my opinion on this whole thing, Josh, I agree with Carl. Keep your mouth shut. Like there was no need in the game for baseball to make assumptions like this. It's borderline. I'm gonna say this. It's borderline offensive.
Hold on, Matt. If there is time, Sal, before the show goes off, if you want to chime in, just chime in. We'll put you on if you have time.
If you have time, of course.
Okay.
It's borderline offensive to call someone a private. If it was a locker room thing, and guys in the locker room, there are probably guys in the locker room calling him Jackie in the White Sox locker room. We have no idea. But at the end of the day, like if you think that if you think that that's going to be a way to get under someone's skin to call him Jackie, and it's all playful and stuff like that, but apparently Major League Baseball didn't think it was playful because Anderson took offense. But Anderson's a little bit of a hothead himself. Tim, I'll never forget the Field of Dreams game where he hit the walk-off home run. He goes like this, and they saw bobbleheads of that.
Wow.
Yeah. But what did Josh Donaldson go over the edge? Let me ask you a question. Did Josh Donaldson go over the edge by calling him Jackie?
He shouldn't have said that. There's things you could say. I don't know the whole story, but me personally, I wouldn't have said it. I think it's offensive, maybe. I think so. Mm-hmm. Other people may not. It's what other people think. I think you shouldn't say that. You should call him something else. But that's my opinion. We live in a country, Matt and Ming, freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
Sometimes it's you have that freedom of speech, and it's a good freedom of speech. Sometimes it can bite you in the mouth.
Yeah. Bite you where the sun don't shine. Ming, when you heard this story, what was your initial impression?
Listen, it's 2022. We live. You can't do that in 2022.
No, you can't.
In 2022, I feel it's offensive. I know he was just ribbing him.
Yeah.
And, it's trash talk. But bottom line, if Tim Anderson found it offensive, it's offensive. That's the bottom line.
Yep.
But I'd be like, if someone called me Bruce Lee. Actually, Bruce Lee's kind of cool, but
yeah,
but it was done. I think it was the intent. It was done
correct.
In a derogatory manner, so therefore it's offensive. And and you can't do that on a baseball field.
No.
It's gonna come out. It looks bad. And Josh Donaldson, I don't know him personally. I hear he's kind of a jerk, but yeah, he 1-game suspension. Is it too little? Some people say yes, but bottom line, I don't think he'll be calling him Jackie ever again.
No.
Oh no.
I think he stopped. So he stopped it. So yeah, hopefully this doesn't continue.
Yeah, last week we didn't bring this up because we ran out of time. I was actually going to bring up what do you think of what happened with Nestor Cortez? With what came out with somebody when he was 10 years ago, when he was a teenager. He said things when he was in high school about when he was talking to his friends. I don't know if you heard, and somebody went and dug and said he used the bad word.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
can't say that.
Yeah, basically, I don't know if you look it up, you can see if you want to look up what. Basically, he said the bad word, and he was talking about his friends like that, but you can't say that word. It was 10 years ago. He was a 17-year-old kid. He took when he was asked about it, he said, "Yeah, I said it. I said it 10 years ago." So they were talking about that last week on the talk show. Is he gonna what's going to be the downfall.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking a stance. Yeah, I said it. I'm sorry that I said it. If it's basically, is that going to be punishment or what's going to happen? So yeah, it's like you got to watch what you say, because if you say anything now with the media before the meet of these things, you can say whatever.
Yeah.
But now with these things, they could look back. Look what happened with the Washington Commanders. With what happened with
Dan Snyder
and John Gruden.
Yeah.
When he was working for ESPN, and what he said.
Yeah.
He had to resign from his job last year.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say nothing no more with this technology here. Do you think they can't find it? They could find it.
Yeah, the littlest thing that comes out of your mouth, they're gonna document it.
Or if you post something, you don't post nothing because they can dig it up.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's insane. But the bottom line is, Josh Donaldson, you gotta be a little bit more careful with the stuff you say, because there's no place in 2022 for that, and there's no place in baseball for that. So bottom line is, and this is just a PSA for everybody: if you're gonna say something, watch what you say, and if you see something, say something. If you see someone's just being a jerk and not keeping their mouth shut, then just report it. But Rob Manfred acted on it. 1 game suspension. Donaldson should be back soon. And we got Waters and Water. Wow, thank you. But yeah, just be careful what you say. Now we're gonna get into some baseball, and we're going to go over some highlights from last night. 3 games were played. And Carl, since you brought it up, we'll talk about your Phillies first. Bryce Harper hit a 2-run home run to put the Phillies up 5-4, and then what happened? The Philly bullpen collapsed again.
Yeah, what made no sense was Monday night. I don't know. I think Joe Girardi's going to stay for the rest of the year, and then if they don't make the playoffs, they'll make a change at the end of the year.
Yeah.
What happened was Monday night, it was a non-save opportunity, and they were up by 4 runs. Why didn't you put Jerry's Familia in to close the game? I don't know, but they put in Corey. He put in Corey Knebel. Okay,
They put Nick Nelson in, and Nick Nelson got the loss.
yeah. So he put Knebel in for the 4-run lead on Monday to win the game. You should have put somebody else in, because last night you wanted your closer in with 1-run lead. I was like, wait a minute. When McCarthy said Nick Nelson might finish the game, it's like, what? And then I saw, I was watching in a room, and then I found out. Leadoff double. Then they tied it up, and then they had 1 out, winning run on second base, tied score, and then they got the actual go-ahead hit to win the game. It's like, why would you put him in? You had other options. You think you would use your closer when you need him with the 1-run lead. Mm-hmm. Put somebody else in the game when you're up by 4 runs.
Right.
So what happened, the reason why he didn't pitch last night is because he pitched 3 days in a row. So last night, you needed that game. It would have been 2 in a row against the Braves. Now, with that loss, you're 8 games back. Now they're playing. Now they're about to. Actually, they're playing right now. They're on top of the first. That's a game you need to take 3 or 4 or a sweep. Because this week they have the Braves and then 3 at the Mets for the weekend going to the holiday.
That's right. That's a big series.
Yeah, so you have to take at least 3 or 4 or try to sweep them. So with what they did last night, okay.
We got some live updates from the game. Thanks to Ming. Thank you, Ming.
Yep, so they have but 2 outs. So somebody must hit into a double play. I don't know why.
Someone must have ground into a double play.
Yeah, so yeah, it's you should have won that game last night. You should have had your closer in. If the closer blows the game, I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. He was in the game. Atlanta had their closer in, Kenley Jansen, and then Harper took him deep.
Yeah.
No doubt it. He tried to throw that fastball in inside corner. He just tanked it. No problem. I don't know if he's using analytics too much. I don't know. Maybe he's using
Girardi?
Girardi. Maybe he's doing what Kapler did, but more with the numbers. Numbers would say you should use your closer last night, and he couldn't use his closer. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what's going on. The pitching is good.
Yeah, pitching's not bad.
The bullpen is all right, but the bullpen, they're not scoring. They're inconsistent. So they need to go like a nice 7-game. They can't go like say win 3, lose 2.
No,
they got to win like a nice win 7 in a row. Nice winning streak to climb, because right now they're a 500 ball club, guys, and that's all they're gonna be.
Yeah,
if unless they don't get more consistent hitting, 500 ball club. And that's not going to be good no more.
No.
When they had Harper and with just Harper and Realmuto,
JT Realmuto.
I understand. But now with them getting Schwarber and Castellanos, more expectations. It's if they don't make the playoffs, he's gone, and then someone's gonna have to come in here. And I don't know. If they don't make the playoffs this year, guys, it's gonna be 11 years in a row that they haven't made the playoffs.
Well, it would also be I think 9 years in 4 managers if Joe Girardi were to get canned, because before Joe Girardi came in, Gabe Kapler lasted 2 years, and then the two people who were manager previous before Kapler also lasted 2 years. So you're talking 9 managers in 4 years. You won the World Series in 2008, and you haven't really capitalized on it.
No, we had 2008, and then we went back in 2009.
2009, we lost to the Yankees.
The Yankees were a better team, but they still got back there. 2010, they had a good team. Lost to the Giants in the NLCS. And then 2011, they won 100 games, and then they lost to the Cardinals in 5 games in the divisional series. So their window was from 2007 to 2011. Now they just need to get back there. I don't know what they need to do. Get a manager to light a fire up their butt. I just don't know. Don't stop doing the analytics. Do what Buck's doing. Go with the gut feel. I just don't know.
Oh boy, it's brutal time to be a Philly fan.
What do you think, man? What do you think? Because I know you're after when Buck had the Orioles in the playoffs in I think 14 or 15, and then you were doing good, and then I want to see some playoff baseball. I see it in football and basketball, but I want to see my team in baseball in the playoffs.
Yeah, I just read an article that said the Phillies are not playing their potential. Do you agree with this? They have the pieces. They looked at analytics. They looked at run differential. That they're playing below their potential right now.
Yeah, what made no sense was last week in 3 games against the Padres, 3 runs total in the whole series. They average 1 run per game.
That's bad.
How can you win when you get shut out? You need to score at least 4 to 5 runs per night to get a chance.
Yeah.
If you don't score, it's not the pitcher's fault. You're losing 2-0. It's not the pitcher's fault you're losing 2-0.
No,
you're not scoring.
No, if a pitcher gives up 2 runs, I think that's a good performance for a pitcher. Me personally, that's what I think. But it's a brutal time to be a Phillies fan right now. But it's even a more brutal time to be a Yankee fan right now. Yeah, they've won 30 games, and they're 30-13. Yeah, they have the best record in baseball. And yes, the Los Angeles Dodgers lost 1-0 to the Washington Nationals today, so the Yankees can keep that title for about another day. But injuries are piling up, and this is the problem that the Yankees did not want to face. So, courtesy of Sal, I got the list right here. Giancarlo Stanton has a right calf injury. DJ LeMahieu has a wrist injury. Aroldis Chapman has a torn Achilles. And yeah, the Yanks won 30 games courtesy of a RBI single by Jose Trevino, one of their catchers. But unfortunately, the problem is the Yankees are going to face the Orioles, and they have J.P. Sears pitching tonight from AAA. He has a 1.25 ERA in AAA, but the problem is most of the time when you come up from AAA, you're not really going to be effective first game in, especially if you're going to be thrown to the Wolves like this. And we'll get into being thrown into the Wolves when we talk about the Mets, because they threw a pitcher into the Wolves today. And I actually know the guy who pitched for the Mets today, but we'll get into that in a little bit later.
I have a question for you, Matt.
Yeah.
If Sal's listening also.
Yeah.
With the extension that they gave Sal's buddy, the machine, do you think that now they're regretting, because after the 2020 season, the last couple seasons, he hasn't been what he was. Mm-hmm. He's been basically on a little decline. Do you think he's going to get it back, or do you think this is what he is?
This is what LeMahieu is. He's getting up there. He played in Chicago. He played in Colorado. He's been in the league for a long time. This is going to happen. Did he deserve the extension? Yes, because I think he's a great ball player. But this is going to happen. He's going to be up and down, inconsistent. He's going to get injured at times. But this is who he is. And, that's just what you got to deal with when it comes to DJ LeMahieu. Judge is also getting up there in age. I mean, I kind of understand why they didn't want to extend him, but at the same time, you didn't want to... you don't want to chance it with him, because Aaron Judge is also injury prone, although he's proven otherwise so far this year. Here's DJ LeMahieu's stats. If we could just zoom in, thank you very much, because I have trouble seeing from a long distance.
But right now, he's batting 250 for this year. He's batting 250.
That's all right. Not great, but it's all right.
How many bombs? Oh, 3 home runs.
Yeah, 3. That's not that good, especially when Aaron Judge is like 17 and Stanton is 10 or 11, and Rizzo hit his 11th last night. Last night.
See, this is what's going to happen. You at the end of the year, you have no option. You have no option to pay Judge. You hope. How old's Judge? Man, can you look it up?
30. He's 30.
Judge is 30.
He's 30.
So you're going to have to You're going to have to give Judge maybe a 6 year. Maybe his 5th year. You're going to have to give him the 6 year to keep him in there because, yeah, he's 6'8". But you got to give him the years and the money. So right now he's your best option in right field.
Right.
Hopefully, knock on this, he doesning get hurt this year or next year. But you have no choice. You got to pay the guy because you have no other better option.
Yeah, exactly. And Ming mentioned it before. The Orioles are playing the Yankees right now. It's top of the second, no score. And that's where we are right now. So far, nothing going on. But yeah, it's still kind of early in the game. The Yankees need to win this game because guess where they go after this? Tropicana Field.
Trop.
They go to the Trops, and that's their Achilles heel. Whenever they go to the Trops and they play the Rays, I don't know what happens, but they just freeze when they go there. And so you need as much momentum as you possibly can, especially with the injuries starting to pile up, especially with the bullpen starting to weaken a little bit. Like remember the first 20 games of the season, this was the best bullpen in baseball. Now they're struggling. With the exception of Clay Holmes. I think Clay Holmes has done a fantastic job so far this year. He's been sensational.
I also heard is Chad Green out for the year?
Chad Green did hurt himself. I don't know if he's out for the year.
Tommy John surgery, gentlemen. Out for the year.
He's done. Tommy John out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your 7th and 8th inning guy, right?
Yeah.
Chad Green.
Hey, Darren Siriani, what'd you say? What's up, Dad? What's up?
Big D, how's it going, brother?
That pitcher gave up. Oh yeah, not my pitcher. That's not my pitcher. All right, we'll get into that right now. So the New York Mets lost back-to-back games. They lost a marathon last night to the San Francisco Giants. They lost 13-12. Jock Peterson went 4 for 6, 8 RBIs, and 3 home runs, which is what I call a curtain call. When someone hits 3 home runs, that's a curtain call. The Mets, Chris Bassett gave up 8 runs in 4 innings. Didn't look good at all. The Mets were down as much as 8-2, but they fought back. Lindor homered. He had a good night. But ultimately, the Mets just fell short, and the Giants won yesterday. They won today, too, because, as Big D mentioned just now, Thomas Zapusky, who was a friend of mine, who was a friend of my Uncle Mikey, when they were in high school together, he gave up 9 runs in one and 1/3 inning. It was not a good outing. It was 9-0 in 2 innings, and it was not looking good. And the Mets were just derailed from there. And it's unfortunate because the Mets, they have a lot of potential, and I think this was Sapusky's first start of the season. So anytime you get an opportunity to play for the Mets and start on the mound, if you perform like that, there's no chance in hell you're going to get another opportunity like that. Thomas, I feel bad for you, man. You gave it your best shot. The Giants are just a really good team. So, Carl, what's up? Yeah, what's up, Carl? Turn to you, bud.
Oh, for what?
For Thomas Sapusky.
Oh, I was looking at the standings here.
Oh, you're looking at the standings? Oh, yeah, we'll go into the standings. But, how heartbreaking is that? somebody who played Major League Baseball, and then it's like...
Now, where he came up from AAA, right?
Yeah, he came from AAA.
Why was this supposed starter had... whose start was this supposed to be? Was it supposed to be Scherzer, but he's on the IL?
Yeah, I think it was Mad Max's start. I think it was supposed to be Mad Max, but then they had to go with someone else because Mad Max couldn't start. And
maybe they'll keep the kid up and put him in the bullpen.
You're feeding him to the wolves if you do that.
I don't know if he should have started. I don't know if he should have been starting, but keep him up and put him in the bullpen. Keep him in the bullpen.
Yeah. All right. Maybe that could be the way it works. But, 9 runs in 1 1/3 innings. That's brutal. But anyways, the Mets have lost back-to-back games in a row. They were trending on the way to becoming the number 1 team in Major League Baseball, but they lost back-to-back games. So now they're, I think, 2 back of the Yankees, depending on what happens today with the Yankees. I don't know. I haven't looked at the score yet, and I'm not going to look at the score because I don't want to jinx myself. Sometimes what I like to do, I don't like to look at scores during a show because it's just a jinx. It could jinx you.
All right, I'm throwing out. We're playing 44 games in. Tonight's game 44.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a shot out here. Here's a hot take.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in I'm going to say in 8 years, 8 years, the Angels are going to make the playoffs. I think the Angels are going to make the playoffs this year.
They are looking really good, and they're in a tight race with the Astros.
I think they're going to make it. I think they're going to make the playoffs this year. They'll be one of the They'll be one of the 6. They may not get the first bye or so, but they'll be teams 3 through 6 for the wild card.
Yeah, teams 3 through 6 are the wild card. It's basically the old school NFL playoff format from 1990 to 2019. That's what they're doing now. So a division winner is going to have to play a wild card game, which kind of stinks, but that's just how it goes. Anyway, we're gonna look at the standings now for the Major League Baseball season, and so far, Carl, you
right now I'm still eating crow.
You're eating crow.
I'm eating crow.
You're eating crow right now. We're gonna go over the records right now. The Yankees are 30-13, pending what happens today with the Orioles. Second place are the Rays. Third place are the Blue Jays. Fourth place are the Boston Red Sox. They're up and down, although Trevor Story has looked really good in recent days. And then the Baltimore Orioles are 18-26 in last place, but they're a competitive 18-26. Wouldn't you say, Ming?
I agree. If you look at the win percentage at 409, not great, but there are a lot of teams below them. Kansas City, Detroit, Oakland. For a team who not expecting to do that much, I'm pretty happy with the way they're hanging in with some of these teams.
Awesome.
They're definitely being pesky with the Yankees. So you're a Yankee fan. They're like that gnat, that mosquito.
That mosquito that you just can't kill.
In the dark that you can't kill.
Yeah.
And I love that. Baltimore just called up the number 1 prospect in baseball, Adley Rutschman.
Yep.
And I'm expecting a lot of things out of this kid. He is the key piece to their eventual rebuild.
Yeah, he was the catcher from Oregon State.
Mm-hmm.
He played for Oregon State. He was I think their catcher or first baseman, I think.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, catcher for first base. All right, so that's the entire AL East division. Kind of expected, kind of. Carl's eating crow. The Twins are in first place in the Central, 27-17. The White Sox are 500. They're a pest too to the Yankees because of the whole Tim Anderson stuff. The Cleveland Guardians. Oh God, I can't call them the Guardians. I can't do it. They're 18-21. The Detroit Tigers are 15-28. They actually knocked off the Twins today. And the Royals have won 1/3 of their games. They're 14-28.
I still think at the end the White Sox are going to take the Twins because the White Sox do have a lot of players on IL also.
Yeah, they do. The White Sox are better than what a lot of people expected, but the Twins could still make the playoffs.
If they don't falter, the Twins will be up there.
Yeah, the Twins are going to make the playoffs because Gio Urshela has been playing some really good ball. And I'm really pissed the Yankees got rid of him because he was one of the few people that the Yankees got rid of that actually was very productive. Like Gary, okay, fine. Luke Voigt, okay, fine. The guy gets hurt often. But Gio Urshela was a really good piece of the puzzle for the Twins. And, they have Carlos Correa, and, that's really good. The Twins are doing all right for themselves.
Here's another thing about Correa. Do you think he ups and stays with Minnesota at the end of the year?
He could. I can see that happening. If the Twins have a successful run, which they're on right now, they're 27-17, which is a pretty good record. I think I could see him staying in Minnesota. And then, last but not least, we have, for the American League at least, we have the West Division. The Astros are in first, 28-16. The Angels are a game behind at 27-17. The Rangers are 18-23. The Oakland A's are 19-27, but no one goes to their games. And then the Seattle Mariners, I'm really disappointed in Seattle.
I see. I didn't think they were going to be that bad.
I am very, very, very disappointed.
They were like that last year, and then at the end, they just flipped the switch.
Yeah, they were so close to making the playoffs, and I thought this would kickstart them a little bit, get them to where they should be. But they're 18-27. They're just so disappointing. So disappointing. And now we'll go to the National League. We have the Mets up by 7.5 games. They lost today. They were up by 8 games, but not 7.5 because they lost to the Giants because of Thomas Sapusky. The Braves and Phillies are both at 20-23. They're going to break that tie tonight. The Miami Marlins are 18-23 what else is new. And then the Nationals, they beat the Dodgers today, 15-30. They've won 1/3 of their games, and they're sitting in last place. But Juan Soto's had a pretty good season for himself. Like that's the one thing. I hate teams that have one good player and that's all. Like that's the biggest shame because Juan Soto is, what is he, 21, 20? Like he's younger than me.
Now, so 23.
Oh, he's still younger than me. That doesn't help. It's like Luka Doncic dropping 50 points a game in the NBA, and then I'm sitting here at 24, not doing a thing. But yeah, Juan Soto's had a good season. It's unfortunate that he's in this position with the Nationals. And I want to give a shout out because we have 7 people watching live, 5 people watching live.
There you go. There we go.
There you go. And 6 people like the stream. Well, look at that, Carl.
Nice.
This is cool. But anyway, now to the NL Central.
Wait, where's Juan Soto going to? He's definitely getting traded, right?
He should get traded.
Where's he going?
He should get traded. Carl, what do you think?
Is it Phillies? Like
No, they're not going to go. He's not going to go there. He's not going to go there. Let's.
The rumors are the Dodgers have the budget.
The Dodgers can afford anyone they get.
The Yankees would love to have him.
No, Soto plays left. Soto plays left. I'll say
Yankees do need a lefty hitter though. They have Gallo, but he's not good, and then they have Rizzo, but that's all they have as far as lefty.
He's going to stay in the National League. So I'm saying probably
it'd have to be a playoff contender, obviously.
I say, you know what will be good fit? Probably Milwaukee.
Milwaukee wouldn't be a bad one. Milwaukee,
because St. Louis already has their guys. So I'd say maybe Milwaukee or maybe the Giants. Because I don't know who's out there in what field for the Giants. I don't know.
Yeah, the Giants could be interesting. The Giants are not bad. They're in 3rd place in their NL West division, but let's go over the Central first. The Brewers are 28-16. They're in 1st place. 3.5 games behind them are the Cardinals. Albert Pujols on his retirement tour. We have the Cubs at 18-24. They're not that bad. They have a better run differential than I thought. They're a +8 run differential. And then you have the Pirates at 18-25, and then last but not least, they're probably the bottom feeder of the entire MLB. The Cincinnati Reds are 12-30.
Look at those run differentials. The Buccos are -83.
-83. The Pirates are -85. And look at the Dodgers. They're +103. It's insane. It's insane. It really is insane. But like the Reds are -74. The Pirates are -85. I think that's actually the worst run differential in Major League Baseball. Yeah, it is. It is. The worst run differential in Major League Baseball belongs to the Pittsburgh Pirates, ladies and gentlemen. And that's they've been bad for a while. But there was a time once upon a time that they were actually competitive and they started a competitive rivalry with the Reds. I think early in the 2010s, like 2013, 2014. Because what I remember the most was it was 2014 because the Pirates didn't do anything for 20-something years. And what took them away from that was the whole controversial play at the plate back in 1992. That was the last time they were competitive. And then 2014, they started like a competitive rivalry with the Reds, and then they fell off a cliff. But
if Barry Bonds didn't leave and go to the Giants, I think the team would have been intact and they would have kept on competing.
They probably would have been. Yeah. I agree with you. But anyway, we're going to go to the NL West now, and I mentioned the Dodgers before, +103 to run differential. The Padres are 1.5 games back. They're really good so far this year. Then you got the Giants in 3rd with 24-19. The Diamondbacks are a game above 500. Wow. Can we give a round of applause to Diamondbacks for being competitive? Wow. Unbelievable. I never thought I'd see the day. Never. And then last place, the Colorado Rockies, 20-23. But still, they're barely below 500. Like, you look at some of these other divisions, you got, the last place team has won, 1/3 of their games or 20% of their games. You got a team that's 20-22. That's pretty competitive for a team that's in a very competitive division. And then if we go to the current standings, adding the wild card, Yankees, Astros, and Twins are all first place in the division. Carl's eating crow. The Angels have the top wild card spot. The Rays have the second wild card spot. They're 25-17, and then the Blue Jays are 23-20. Look out for them.
Yep,
they're really good. The Blue Jays are really good. And then a game and a half behind them are the White Sox, and then the pendulum goes down further than that once you get past Chicago White Sox. And then in the National League, the Dodgers are obviously in first place in the National League. That's no surprise. The Brewers are in second place. The Mets are in third. Wait, I thought they were... Oh, they're only 2 games back of the Yankees, 3 games back of the Yankees, but they're not better than the Brewers. Wow. The Padres have the top wild card spot, 3.5 games, but anything can happen. The St. Louis Cardinals have the second wild card spot, and then the Giants have the third wild card spot. Both are 24-19, and then the Diamondbacks, look out, they're only 2 games back of a wild card spot, and we've only played 44 games, so if you do the math, that's 118 games left. There's still plenty of time. But
I don't look at the wild card until after the All-Star break.
You don't look at the All-Star break?
After the All-Star break, then that's how we look at the wild card standings. Because right now, 4 games, that's a good week, and you can bump up.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. Yeah. It's going to be interesting what happens in the All-Star break. I heard that, well, I know traditionally, Aaron Boone has probably put this mindset into Aaron Judge's brain. Not to play in the home run, not to compete in the home run derby, not to play in the All-Star game because the Yankees need all the help they can get. And if you look at previous history of the All-Star game or All-Star weekend, it's the curse of the All-Star weekend because once you come back from All-Star weekend, you're not the same player. Like first half of the year, you'll look really good, and then second half of the year, you'll look really bad. Where is the? Oh, it's in California.
Dodgers are hosting it.
It's in California.
Dodgers are hosting it.
It's in California. I've never been to that ballpark before.
I haven't.
Big D and Les, when they were on their honeymoon, they went to the San Francisco Giants ballpark, but I heard the Bay Area wasn't that bad. Too early to talk playoffs. Yeah, John, I get that. Chapman is done. Yeah, Chapman is done.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor. Where's Sal? Paul Machia. Sal got caught up with work. So that's why he's not here. But don't worry, we got me and Carl are doing a pretty good job. All right. Now, one last thing that I have on the agenda, and before we talk about promoting stuff, is the college baseball tournament. That starts on June 2nd. And for those of you who don't know about the college baseball tournament, I know Kevin last week said, I'm not really big with college baseball. The way the college baseball tournament works, it's very much similar to the NCAA basketball tournament, except it's a little bit different. So instead of 4 regions and 16 teams, it's 16 regions, 4 teams each. That's how it works. That's the regional round. And then if you win your region of 4 teams, you advance to super regionals.
The supers, yep.
Yeah, the super regionals. So that's how it works. 64 teams make it in. And if you win your conference tournament, you get an automatic bid. So it's very much similar, like I said before, to the NCAA basketball tournament. The Big Ten tournament starts tonight. Rutgers is playing Purdue, and Penn State is playing, I think, Iowa. Yeah, they're playing Iowa. So I haven't looked at the other bids that have been clinched already. I think the ACC tournament ended. I think the Pac-12 tournament. Well, the Pac-12 tournament, it's actually the first time we're having a Pac-12 tournament because the Pac-12 usually has an at-large bid or a regular season bid to determine who makes it into the tournament. But now they're having a tournament to decide it all. But remember, there are 64 bids and 31 conferences. So if you win your conference, you're part of half the league that actually makes it in via tournament. But if you're one of 33 teams that get an at-large bid, then you make the tournament also. But it also depends on how good you are. Last year, the SEC had 9 teams make the tournament last year because that's how good the SEC was. And Tennessee is the top team in the league because they've only lost 9 games. They're insane. But anyway, let's go over the projected field of 64, and we're going to go over our picks for each region. We're not going to go over the whole bracket because 64 teams is just a lot. We're going to go over each bracket. So we're going to start off with the Knoxville, Tennessee region. We have Tennessee, Wake Forest, Campbell, and Alabama State. Carl, who do you have coming out of there?
I got Rocky Top. coming out of our region.
So you're going with which university?
Tennessee.
You're going Tennessee?
I'm going with Rocky Top.
I heard Tennessee is really consistent. Like they've only lost 9 games, and that's impressive. It really is. Next, we have the Eugene, Oregon division. That is Oregon, Gonzaga, Grand Canyon, and Columbia University. Wow, Columbia University. And by the way, I'm having Tennessee come out of the Knoxville region also. So the Eugene region, who do you have, Carl?
I heard that Gonzaga is real good this year out of the West Coast Conference.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to come in that region. I think they're going to upset. I'm going to go with the Zags.
I'm going to pick a wild card here. I'm not going to go all favorites. I'm going to go with Grand Canyon University. I'm going to throw a Hail Mary and hope someone catches the ball. I'm going to say that Grand Canyon University advances in the region. Next, we have the Blacksburg, Virginia region. We have Virginia Tech, Wofford, Liberty, and Coppin State.
I haven't been watching. I don't know how good Virginia Tech is. I haven't been studying college baseball like I watch it, but I don't study it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the Hokies coming out of their region.
I'm going to go with Wofford. I heard they were in the top 25 poll recently, and I think they're going to make some noise in this tournament. Next, we have the Fayetteville, Arkansas region. This is Arkansas, Oklahoma, Arizona, and Southern Illinois. Oklahoma, their softball team is really good.
Yeah, their softball team.
Their softball team is really good. I don't really know much about their baseball team, but I heard their softball team is really good.
I'm going with Suey. I'm going with the Razorbacks.
Big Suey.
I'm going with the Razorbacks.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma. I'm gonna take a chance on them and see.
You going with the Boomer Sooner?
Boomer Sooner. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Next, we got the Stanford, California region. This is Stanford, Georgia, UC Santa Barbara, and Maine.
Stanford's really good this year. They're really good in the Pac-12. I'm going with the Cardinal.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals as well. Fort Worth, Texas region, TCU, Dallas Baptist, Mississippi, and College of Charleston. Charleston is in South Carolina. Am I correct about that?
You're good. Yep.
I'm
It's
good?
in there.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I'm not geographically.
You're good. The Horned Frogs are good. They're good every year.
Mm-hmm.
I got them coming out of their region. I got the Horned Frogs.
Nice. I'm gonna go with Mississippi here. I'm gonna take a flyer here. We have another Corvallis region. This is also in Oregon. We have Oregon State, Texas Tech, San Diego, and UNLV.
The Beavers are good this year also. I'm gonna go with the Beavers out of the Pac-12.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Texas Tech. I'm gonna go with Texas Tech and take another flyer. We have Charlottesville, Virginia region. We have Virginia, East Carolina, Coastal Carolina, and Davidson University. Coastal Carolina. Don't sleep on that program. The program is good. Their football team is good. Their baseball team is gonna make the tournament. I mean, don't sleep on Coastal Carolina. I don't know where in the state of North Carolina it's located, but like it seems like a good university, sports wise at least. And they've only been around for like 5 years.
I'm going with the Hooves.
And what university is that?
Virginia.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ECU. I'm gonna take another flyer.
You going with the Pirates?
I'm going with the Pirates.
Okay.
ECU. We have Coral Gables, Florida region. Miami's just a consistent powerhouse in baseball every year. Miami, we have Florida, we have Connecticut, and we have Long Island University. Wow.
I'm going, you know what? Who won last night out of Florida and Arkansas? Did Florida win last night or Arkansas beat them?
I'm going to take a look at that right now. So Florida-Arkansas game?
Yeah.
All right, Florida-Arkansas baseball.
Who won that game last night?
Where's it? Arkansas baseball.
Last time I checked, there was 1-1 in the 10th.
All right, so we're checking the score right now. Florida won.
Okay. I'm going with the Gators. Going with the Gators.
Going with the
Gators.
Okay, good. I'm going to go with... All right, let me just go back up here.
You going with the U or you going to go with the upset?
I'm going to take the U.
You're taking the U?
I'm taking the U. Miami's just good every year with college baseball. I have no idea why they're so good in baseball, but actually, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the southeast region of the country is also really good with baseball. Like, that's the best region for baseball, in college baseball at least. Next up, we have the Stillwater region, Oklahoma State, Texas State, North Carolina State, and North Dakota State. So which state is gonna win this region?
I'm going with the Pokes. I'm going with the Cowboys. Oklahoma State.
I'm gonna go with NCU.
NC State. You're going to Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, baby.
All right.
I'm going Wolfpack.
All right.
Next, we have the College Station, another Texas region, Texas A&M, Texas, Louisiana Tech, and McNeese State. Where's McNeese State? Ming is speechless. He doesn't even know.
I'm going with the Aggies. I'm going to go with the Aggies
as well. I'm going with the Aggies. I got to look up where McNeese State is because I've never heard of it. It's like an Oral Roberts situation. Is it located in Oklahoma?
No. McNeese stays in the south.
Louisiana.
It's in Louisiana?
Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Okay. All right. Wow. McNeese State. South Bend, Indiana region. Notre Dame, UCLA, Iowa, Ball State. Really good teams all across the board.
All right, I am a Notre Dame football fan, but I'm not going to go homer. I'm going with the Bruins.
You like Notre Dame football?
I do.
Oh, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I like Notre Dame football. I'm going with the Bruins.
Wow.
I'm going with the Bruins.
You're going with the UCLA Bruins.
Yep, they have a good program, so I'm going to go with the Bruins.
I hear Notre Dame baseball is actually really good, but Iowa is really good at every sport. And they actually beat Rutgers in a series recently. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that the Iowa Hawkeyes take this region.
You got the Hawks?
I'm going to take the Hawkeyes.
Okay, Hawkeyes, okay.
I'm going to take the Hawkeyes win this region.
Okay.
We have the College Park region, and obviously you know where this is going. Maryland, North Carolina, West Virginia, and Army.
How good is Maryland?
They've only lost 10 games.
They're that good?
And they're 8th in the polls.
8th in the polls.
They're good.
May, can you look up the record for North Carolina? Can you look up the record for the Tar Heels, please? North Carolina baseball. See how good they are.
I guarantee you that Maryland. I have Maryland winning this region, but we'll get your prediction after you look at the.
I want to see how their record is this year. The Tar Heels.
35-19.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad. I'm going with the Tar Heels.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going with the Tar Heels.
You're going with the upset here. Okay.
I'm going with the Tar Heels.
All right. Next, we have the Auburn, Alabama region. We have Auburn, we have Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech, and Belmont. So there's a 50-50 chance that a school with the name Georgia will be involved.
I'm going with Auburn. I'm going to go with Auburn.
I'm going with Auburn, too. Louisville region. Louisville,
That's
Vanderbilt, Rutgers, and Wright State.
That's tough. Because Louisville's good. Tim Corbin's got a good program at Vanderbilt down here, but they're good. You got your team, Rutgers, and you got Wright State. Oh, man. That sucks because you got to deal with Vanderbilt. You're having a great year, and you got to deal with Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
You know, and if that's the case with the region, I'm going with the Cardinal. I got the Cardinal coming out of theirs.
All right. This is my biased ass coming out. I'm going to take the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. This team can put up runs like no other. They've set a lot of school records this year, and I think that they can upset Louisville, and I think they can beat Vanderbilt. And they didn't finish the regular season the way they hoped they would. They lost 2 of 3 to Michigan and Ann Arbor, but I think that they could recover and be ready for the tournament. And last but not least, we have the Hattiesburg, Mississippi region. We have Southern Miss, LSU, Florida State, and Fairfield. Again, one trend that I gotta say also, there's a lot of Southeast teams here, a lot of SEC teams, a lot, or at least teams from the Southeast region.
I'm going to go with Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles.
I'm going to say Florida State. I don't know why. I just have that gut feeling inside me that Florida State might actually do well. So that's who we have coming out of our region. So that is going to do it for the college baseball stuff. And if we look on the agenda, oh yeah, this is something that we can't forget from the agenda. So the Outback Show. We were supposed to have it. John Gonzalez, what's that comment? This man's going Thomas Sapolsky, whom was a top 3 prospect a year ago. Miserably. Yeah, he failed. He had a shot, but he failed miserably. Yeah, he did. You gotta take every opportunity that you can and try and make the most of it. So here we go. We're gonna promote something now. So we had the Outback Show on May 23rd, so we thought. I looked outside. The weather was okay. We thought we were going to do the show. And then my boss, Lee Mazekian, who's the owner of Outback Steakhouse in Middletown, texted me and said, yeah, I don't know if the show's going to go on. And I'm like, why? And I said, well, it's supposed to rain. Turned out Lee should be a weatherman because it was torrential downpour this past Friday. And unfortunately, we couldn't have the show, but we are going to postpone it. We did postpone it, and we did reschedule it. Right, Ming?
I'm hearing June 3rd.
June 3rd is the date.
June 3rd.
Friday, June 3rd is the day. I looked at the weather, so we should be good.
A little early to tell. We looked at the other weather too. We're like, oh, it's gonna be awesome, and yeah, tornado warnings.
Tornado.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Cross your fingers for June 3rd.
Crossing my fingers. Well, I looked at the 10-day forecast. That's how I got my information. That
Okay, it's a forecast. It's called a forecast for a reason.
But
what did it say?
it said 66 to 80, sunny.
Okay, clear skies. Let's do it. Go. Let's talk some baseball, and let's talk some Siriani Says Sports.
Yes, exactly. The man hit the nail right on the head. So it's Siriani Says Sports, talking baseball with Sal Angioletti collab. We're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have some guests. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some auctions. We're gonna have some good talks. We're gonna interact with our audience, which is something that we should all do.
2 shows for the price of 1. Also, and there's no price; it's free.
It's
And,
free admission.
We're gonna get some bloomin' onions in there. Can we get some bloomin' onions in there? Get the bloomin' onions, man. That'll bring the people.
Actually, we couldn't do that last week because of Kevin's birthday. So hopefully next week he's back after his trip from Florida. So next week is going to be his birthday weekend because we couldn't do it last week.
Actually, his birthday was on the 21st.
Yeah, we couldn't do it last week because of the storm.
Yeah,
late celebration.
Late
happy birthday. It's birthday month. Birthday month.
Birthday month. Yes,
Wall.
exactly. Birthday month. So anyway, June 3rd, be there, be square. It's from 6 to 8 p.m.
Yeah, outside. I went. Early scouting report. Like a good scout, like baseball.
Yeah.
Great outdoor space. It's gonna be fun. Come out, everybody.
Yeah, come out.
Bloomin' onions for everybody.
Bloomin' onions all around. On me. But yeah, it's a great time. The staff is great. The food is fantastic. Everything. But like Lee Mazekian and Jim Kelly, not the quarterback Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly, the manager of Outback Steakhouse, those 2 guys, they set up the outside the way it is, and I couldn't be any more pleased. And if you saw my video on social media, and if you don't follow me on social media, Facebook, Matthew Siriani, I have the Rutgers hat on. What you doing? The setup is just phenomenal. I put it on social media. The setup is just amazing, and I just can't wait to get the show on the road and just have a fun time. I know there are a couple employees. One of my co-workers is a offensive line coach.
Okay.
At a D3 university, and he wants to come on.
Nice.
So I feel like that'd be a great way to have him on. He might show me like offensive lineman techniques and stuff like that. And he also worked with Quentin Nelson, who lives here in New Jersey, by the way.
Okay.
Like Quentin Nelson, a current guard for the Indianapolis Colts, one of the best guards in all of football. He's from New Jersey. He went to RBC, played at Notre Dame, and he has a house here in New Jersey. He still lives here to this day.
Nice.
So my coworker worked with Quentin Nelson, which I think is a really good trait to have and a good thing to put on your resume. So we're gonna have stuff like that going on, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Auction, sports talk, bloomin' onions, you name it, we got it. All June 3rd, and as we get closer to June 3rd, I'll talk to Ming and we'll discuss when we should be there and set everything up because it's all set up, and setting up equipment takes a while.
It does. It's not the most funnest part. But,
No, it's not the most fun part, but I'll help you.
Once it gets up, it's all smooth sailing.
We can talk about it next week before we leave this.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week. And
Okay.
if you need help, I'll help you out setting up the equipment.
Oh, good. I have it all done to a system, Matt.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So we have that going on, and then be there every square. And then also Carl surprised me with your hat.
Yep, with my hat. Yep.
With your hat. Princeton and Rutgers, 2 New Jersey schools in the Final Four of the men's lacrosse tournament for the NCAA. Rutgers is playing Cornell. This is all on May 28th, which is a Saturday.
Yep.
Rutgers versus Cornell. Maryland versus Princeton. Winner.
Plays Monday for the championship.
Winner plays Monday for the championship.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Princeton and Maryland have the late game at 2:30, and then the first game is Rutgers
Cornell
and Cornell at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll be able to watch that game. I won't be able to watch Princeton versus Maryland because I'll be working. I usually work from 4 to 9 on every day except Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Now, where's the championships at this weekend? Is it in Philly or is it in where is it at?
That's a good question.
Maybe at the Link or maybe in Boston.
Why, you plan on going there?
No, but I'm just where's it at? I don't know where it's being played at.
Where is that?
Oh, it's going to be Bradford Field, where Connecticut plays. Connecticut's football field.
Wow.
It's going to be in Connecticut.
And so it's at UConn's football field?
Yeah, it's at UConn. It's going to be in Connecticut this year, this weekend.
Interesting location.
Yeah.
Interesting location.
Yeah, Connecticut. Yeah.
All right. So we got that going on. And then also, I wanted to quickly wrap this up. How much are we into the show already? 54 minutes?
Yeah, keep going, Matt. You got time.
Okay,
got time.
Keep plugging. Plug more stuff.
Okay.
Buy the shirt.
Buy the shirt.
How's your push-ups going?
I haven't missed a day. I have not missed a single day. And people who make commitments, like, don't be afraid to make a commitment to something like this. It's 25 push-ups. It's very, very simple. I've raised $275 throughout the push-up challenge.
Nice.
Which is a decent chunk of change from what I was expecting. I was expecting, a lot less than that. But, like, $275 is $275. I can't complain about that.
You're looking strong, dude. It's stronger each day, man. It's impressive.
Yeah, I have an agenda. Well, I also go to the gym on top of that. Like, I work out a lot.
That's good, man. That's real good.
Yeah, but you're whipping through those like they're nothing, man. So, yeah, check it out. Check them out on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, I'm doing the push-ups. The challenge ends next Tuesday.
Okay.
Next Tuesday. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing push-ups entirely. Like, I'm going to keep doing push-ups, then I might even add sit-ups in there. Because I need to get my core going for the summer. I need to look good in a bathing suit.
Can you tell our listeners who are listening right now what the for next Friday, June 3rd, what the benefit is sponsoring by?
Oh, yeah. All right, so the Grace Foundation of New York is going to be a proud sponsor of the Outback Show on June 3rd. Darren Siriani will be there. He'll be collecting money and donations.
Big day.
Big deal. Be collecting donations and money for the Grace Foundation of New York. It's a caring center for children with autism. It's very important to a lot of us. It's very important to him. I've mentioned.
How about Leslie? Will she be there?
Yeah, Leslie will be there.
Nice.
Leslie will be there. This is just kind of getting sidetracked a little bit. Why is Grace Foundation important to me? These kids deserve an education. They deserve to have a great quality of life. And as someone who is autistic, I can relate to these kids because, I couldn't sit through a straw when I was young. It took me a while to learn a certain way, but the way that the Grace Foundation operates, it's basically just making it fun for the kids and making it fun for the people. Like, people my age go to the Grace Foundation of New York. So it's not just for kids, it's for people with autism in general. But yeah, like, it's a phenomenal cause, and I highly suggest that you donate to the Grace Foundation of New York and come to the Outback event on June 3rd. It's really, really an awesome cause, and there's just a lot. And originally I was going to say donate to the Push-Ups for St. Jude thing as well, but by the time June comes, the challenge will be over, and it would just be kind of pointless to kind of keep up something that's going to it'd be beating a dead horse. I'll put it that way. But if you want to donate to my donor page, go to Matthew Siriani on Facebook and donate some money there. Like I said, I've raised $275. I'm looking to raise more for the next week, 6 days, whatever. And hopefully I can hit I might cross the 300 barrier with the next donation I get. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all the promotion. But yeah, and Carl, before we go, anything that you have your eye on that's sports related?
Yeah, I got something. We could throw out for another 10 minutes before we go off there. I got one more thing about to throw out to the audience about the Grace Foundation. We went to the event last year.
Yeah,
in Staten Island.
Great event.
Great event when you made your speech, and it was a great speech.
Thank you.
Is your dad? Is he in the process of organizing the event for this year coming up yet?
Yeah, it's going to be on August 6th this year.
Okay.
The guys at Jaguar will be there again. We'll be there again because they want us all back.
Nice.
People at Jaguar, they want us all back.
Nice.
So that's awesome that we're getting an opportunity to do this again. And it was, like I said, I had so much fun last time, and it's August 6th, like I said before. But yeah,
that's great, dude. That's real great. Now, how's their seasons? Because last year they couldn't play because of COVID. They're back playing full seasons. This baseball.
Yeah,
football?
they're playing full season.
Nice.
Yeah, they're back playing full season. So exhibition games, our conference, interconference games.
Nice. And they're gonna have they're having like state tournaments and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're having state tournaments.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
That's good. That's good news. Hopefully, hopefully down the road in August later in August we get to go to Williamsport. Hopefully we do that in the week. Do that in August. See a couple games for the weekend down there. Can't wait. I want to do that.
I would love to go to the Little League World Series.
Man, I would love to do that.
I would love to do that.
This 3-hour drive. We could just stay for a couple days. If we have to sleep in our vehicle, like Sal said, we do what we gotta do. It's free to get in. We'll just do this one charity for donations. I never been there, but I see it. I would love to go down the hill.
Go down the mudslide.
Go down the mudslide. Either with the cardboard or no cardboard. I may do sliding feet first, not head first. I'll slide feet first probably, but I would love to go down the hill, have that experience because you're only young once, so might as well enjoy it and have all that time.
You only live once, exactly.
Yep. Before we end the show, are you surprised? I'm not surprised because before the playoff started, I had Tampa Bay winning the whole thing and three-peating.
Oh, you're talking hockey now. Okay.
Are you surprised that the Lightning swept the Panthers that quick?
I am actually very surprised because the Lightning they're back-to-back champions, defending champions, but the Florida Panthers, they won the President's Trophy. So they were the best team in the NHL this year. And I'm kind of surprised that they was like that dominant and that quick. But the Lightning are no joke. Like they're well put together. They're well coached. They have a lot of good athletes. Like Braden Point is really good. Kucherov is really good. It's just unbelievable. And actually, you know what? Since we're in New Jersey, New York area, the Rangers have tied the series 2-2 against the Carolina Hurricanes.
They did.
They tied the series, and they're going back to Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, tomorrow to play Game 5. Critical game because if they win,
they could clinch it.
They could clinch it in the Garden. Yeah,
yes,
they could clinch it in the Garden. But then they'd have to go up against the Lightning.
I still think with the Lightning going and winning Game 7 against Toronto, and I don't think no one's going to stop them. I think the Maple Leafs had them, and they didn't eliminate them. And now the Lightning had that scare. They know how it is now, and then they just went through. I think they're going to go back to the Cup.
Yeah, no, they're unbelievable, and I think the only team that might actually have a chance at beating them are the Colorado Avalanche. But that's really all I can see them beating.
Yeah, Edmonton's up 3-1. I think it's going to be the Avs. I think it's going to be Avalanche and Lightning in the finals.
Yeah, I think.
I think it'll be nice if the Rangers do win, but for some reason, when you have a chance to knock out the Stanley Cup champ and they had it. They were up 3-2. They should have closed it out in Tampa. And then for some reason, in Game 7, the Leafs haven't won a series in 17, 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to three-peat. They're going to be the first. I think they're going to be the first team to ever three-peat.
Yeah,
I don't think no one has three-peated in the hockey.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Canadians?
The Islanders.
Oh, yeah, Islanders from 80 to 83, right?
Yeah, from 80 to 83. They won four straight.
Yeah.
They won four straight.
Yeah,
one of the greatest dynasties in all of hockey.
Four straight.
In all of hockey. But yeah. Also, one last thing before we go. Siriani says sports every single Tuesday. We're back on it. We're on the grind. Me and my cousin Ryan Barrington Jr. We do the show every single Tuesday for you guys. We put them on YouTube. We put them on Facebook. Siriani says sports. Siriani says sports. SAYS. No slang. If you want to follow me, then watch the show. Do it. It's a great show. It's a great podcast. It's one of two shows I do, including this. And the support has been amazing. And I can't wait for the Outback show. I'm wondering if Ryan's going to be able to do it though, because he's got an internship with a technology company. He'll be cracking codes.
Okay, nice.
So we'll have to see if Ryan can make it, but I have a backup plan just in case he can.
Okay. Before we go off the air, I want Ming's suggestion to
input.
Input. Okay. Until we come back on the air next Wednesday night. Okay. Is it going to be Warriors Celtics or Warriors Heat in the finals?
Ooh, that's a great question. Matt, do you have an opinion?
I have the Celtics.
I'm gonna go Celtics as well.
Yeah, because right now, because on the way over here, I was listening to XM Radio and NBA Today with Justin Termy and Eddie Johnson. Tyro Hero is out tonight for Game 5.
Wow, that's big.
With a groin.
That's big.
And they're saying Marcus Smart is playing tonight with Robert Williams.
Yeah.
If Celtics win tonight, I think they're going to finish it in Boston on Friday.
Yeah.
I don't see the Warriors losing tomorrow night. They're going to finish. The Warriors are going to finish it off tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to finish off tomorrow. I think they were so taken aback by what happened in Texas, and also Luka Doncic is just so good when his back is against the wall.
I think with what Steve Kerr said about with what he said, enough's enough with that. With what he's made that stand, enough with the talk. You got to do something with him doing that, and also the rain coming through the roof. And then they had all these towels.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wiping off the floor.
That's
off the court.
right. That's right.
You know, it was like they had like 30 towels because I guess they had all this heavy rain that was coming through the American Airlines Arena right off to the roof to the court.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was nuts. I can't believe you remember that. Oh boy. All right. So that should close us out for the show tonight. Ming, thank you as always.
Of course. Great having you guys here.
Thank you very much. This was a great show, by the way.
Oh, before we go off, I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to have Princeton Tigers winning the cross championship.
I'm going RU.
Are you?
Anyway, from Carl Maglowski, I'm Matt Siriani. Thank you so much for tuning in to Talking Baseball with Sal Angioletti. Sal and Kevin should be back next week. And I know that they're watching the show right now. Kevin, I know you're a little bit under the weather. Please feel better. Your health is very essential to us, and we care about you, man. And then Sal, I hope you're taking it well at work and that you're getting through it well. We'll see you next week. And then New Jersey,
stay classy.
Good night.
This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.